Okay, am I live now? I've been talking for like 3 minutes and didn't think I was live. Let's see. Oh, I'm live now. Okay. I wasn't live before. That was weird. Hi, Fuzz. Are you here now? Or are you? Yes, there you are. Okay. Yeah, I did like a 3-minute one and it didn't take. It just kept showing me being scheduled. And I had seen that Liz Gale was doing something, so I just figured everybody was over at Liz Gale's. But then again, it wasn't showing up on my other phone, so blah, 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 blah. How about that? Don't know. Today is, like I said before, the heat in San Francisco where there's not a ton of humidity. It feels like when you breathe in, it's exactly when you breathe out. So there's like no temperature change between the world and your body. And it's not even 3 o'clock yet. That's when we peak. So I sound a little tired today. We're not in the sun, so we won't know. I did get the Uber parking space, though. That means great parking space. And they almost didn't see me, and now I don't know how they didn't see me. It's the bangs. They saw the bangs. So the third person who walked by, or who did something by, that's the one who found me. So, hi, No Face. Hi, Sitting. Foggers, floggers, and froggers. Oh my god. Floggers. It is supposed to sound kinky. Actually, a friend of mine took pictures when she was DJing on Sunday. I'll see if she's got anything I can post without like heads and stuff. See that car right there? I don't think it's a real cop car. It's very weird. All I could figure is that maybe it's an escort vehicle of some kind. Maybe there's a mayor in there or something. So it sits in front of the barbershop. So yeah, it took everything I had today to come out here, for real. I tried to delay myself as much as I could, but I knew that if I didn't come out here, I was never coming out of here again, or coming up here again, or I don't know what, but it definitely was going to put a full stop on what was going on in my life, which really sucked because that meant I would have had to figure out something else to do with this channel. So there's somebody important in that Suburban. I didn't see them get in. It was a guy, but it looked like there was a cop getting into the front seat on the passenger seat. So a headless club. Yes, they walk around with them all under their arms trying to look pretty. So because, you know, the volcano is still freaking exploding. People are still having to explain themselves. People are very upset because other people are buttheads. And then we've got the part that's like, we're not one big happy family. I'm like, no duh. What do you think I call this club Brain Fog for? It's not supposed to be a happy family. It's supposed to be a bunch of protesters who believe in the same thing and do the same thing. That's it. It's 400 of your closest friends. And you know what? If you only see them a couple of days a week because you go to the same club. I mean, I know the club analogies get boring, but still. It's like you nod your head at some people you do not even acknowledge. That's the way it is. It's not a family. It's a bunch of people in a imaginary building trying to hang out and enjoy themselves with the other people that are here. Thank you, No Face. So yeah, and we all have our things. We all, you know, have our specific chapters that we like. And if we talk smack about each other, we usually don't go do it in front of the stage with a bullhorn. Jesus Christ, people. Let it go. It's not fun. It's getting people to walk away. It's all I see now in comments. It's not good on your psyche. It's definitely, I'm not over the COVID, the long COVID, because I keep getting more and more tired every day as this is happening. I think I hit the peak finally, but like I said, I wrote it down and I forgot it at home. Is that at first, when this all started, I was jealous that other people were getting highlight time. And that's all it was, because, you know, I was here first, but I wasn't here first. There was somebody here before me, but blah, 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 blah. And then Natalie started highlighting me, which was great because the things that were highlighted I thought were hilarious, or, you know, knowing something. And then I freaked out because I'm like thinking, oh my God, people are going to know about me. Then people start talking crap about me and whatever. And I took it with a grain of salt and went, okay. But from what I can tell, there is some definitely, not loyalty, but I want to hold on to the people I have issues. There are just a lot of issues running around that are within the person. And that's the thing. It's within the person. And, you know, it's like everybody has an opinion. Like, you know what? And everybody assumes, and I know when I assume yeah. It's just that, how many times do we have to hear that we're not a family? How many times do we have to hear that we're only in it for this? How many times do we have to hear, now I'm going because I'm not in it for that? I guess if you really want to say something like that, you might want to do it on a community page, because I'm telling everybody what to do just as much as everybody else is telling everybody what to do. Don't you love that? No, I'm just saying me. I liked being ignored in a corner. I didn't get any fights after the two run-ins I had. I said I was changing my attitude about this, which is I wasn't taking anything seriously to me anymore. I think of it more as projection. I put on the survival personality. Haven't cried since. Haven't yelled. All I've yelled is Scientology people. And that was because I wanted to save myself, because I knew this shit was going to start happening again eventually. And I just want I don't know what I want. I do know what I want, but I don't know what I want. I want to be Mama Cat. So it's like, if anybody else wants to get a hold of me and like be Mama Cat world, fine. That's what I do best. I've been protesting since I was 12 years old. And protests have lasted from 1 day to 6 months to, you know, everywhere in between. And protests for the interesting things. And it's not wrong to be happy when you're protesting. You don't have to be serious. It's not good for your health to be serious when you're protesting. I have a beautiful sign that I took a picture of at SFO when we were protesting the orange butthead from, you know, turning off the immigration thing. And it's this beautiful flowered billboard, or, you know, board on a stick. Beautifully flowered. It's amazing. It looks very 60s. And it says, fuck Trump. I took a picture of it because I thought it was the best thing on the planet. I think part of the reason now I want a dog is because when there's a dog at a protest, like during the day, not one that's going to get ugly, people appreciate that. It is very much therapy. It's like, now I've been cuddling the cats, I've been cuddling the husband, and I'm giving myself frown lines and I'm not amused. Yes, you can email me. No, they have. They have no face. He said they haven't changed the sandwich board. Yes, they did. One time it was the help wanted sign. The welcome to or open house. Then it was free personality tests. And then it was, the other side of it is curious. I think the help wanted one up for a while. I think that's when I first started, if I remember right. So no, I guess when the person who can do this well is around, they ask them to change the sign, because you can't be an amateur at this stuff. I mean, this even looks amateur, and that's probably the best person they have right now. So that's the way it goes. Cuddle therapy. I miss my friend's husky, and I can't go cuddle him because her boyfriend got him before they decided not to use animals as chattel. So it was a sweet Siberian husky that he needed cuddle therapy. It's one of those unknown facts, is that huskies like to be cuddled. So I was giving him cuddle therapy because mom was stuck with the terrible two at the moment. So I miss that. It's like, I wish I could have a husky to have cuddle therapy. I'd be covered in husky hair, but, you know, new style. I don't know. Hello, DOA is a fraud. So, and with as low as I have the air conditioner, total cheat here, I admit it. Alameda wasn't necessarily known as bougie hell, but it should be now, because Alameda has its own power company. We buy our power from Pacific Gas and Electric, which runs the rest of the state, as far as I know. So we don't experience blackouts. When we bought the place there, my dad was like, I've only had like 3 blackouts. I'm like, since when? He's like, since we moved here. That was like 8 years ago, before we moved. And I was like, cool. Hi, Suki Mao. 2-4 at the shelter. I'll be listening again today. Okay, keep an eye out for pups for me. Terry, I would definitely have no problem if he found something. Young. It's got to be young enough to be intimidated by the cats. So yeah, it's going on again today. It went on again last night, and it seems to be the people. It's changed from the angry people to the sad people. And it's like, the people are being made sad. It's pissing me off, because I don't like to see these people be sad. And we're all learning YouTube. We're all learning how to use it. Oh, somebody's at my front door. Did you hear that? That was the doorbell. Papa Catch, find out who that is. I love it. My other phone's on. And the harness it's in, it's hard for me to get the drop down menus, so I'm just gonna have to let it doesn't make a loud noise. I did hear something today. I was watching the I've Had It girls in the morning, and I don't know if it was an old one or a new one, but I'm running all of their stuff because it isn't very necessarily time-centric. So it was like, somebody said they had it with Android users, because in iPhones, chats always show up as a green bubble. And damn, she's on time. She's always around this time. How could I just get her not to go in there? Just to go, you know what, lady? You could do so much stuff with all that money you've spent, and you're still not going to find your better place. Anyway, they said they had it with Android users because supposedly on iPhones it leaves a big green bubble, and I'm sitting there going, I know. But they said that in a survey, who knows, up the butt survey, that Android users are more tech savvy. Neener. Oh, I know it's just a delivery. I've been watching it. so I have to go get him a cookie now. Oh, he's starting to like the iPad girls. So perfect buzz. iPhone users. I almost thought about it like last week, sincerely, but as many laptops that still work in the house, because at one point on Microsoft you will get out of the system, they can't upgrade you and they start giving you crap for it. Hi Cher, how are you today? Yeah, fat girls collect purses, shoes, and technology, I guess. But got into the Surface world really gung-ho. I'm still really gung-ho about it. So it's like, I couldn't go to Apple if I wanted to. I'm not going to cross-platform if my brain is still having issues and hanging out at the Ferry Building. No. I'd have to be able to speak clearly and concisely for probably a month before I'd ever think about having two platforms at once. That's the younger me, not the older me. So, but you guys are slowly brainwashing me, all you iPhone users. Phaeton Cootie Hatch? Who the hell is that? You made me swallow one. Who the hell is Phaeton Cootie Hatch? I want to know. Oh. Oh, Papa Cat is probably very proud too. They put the link up first. Oh yeah, also the girls said they were reading things, and because they talk about what they ponder about. These are, I shouldn't say girls, these chicks. There are two chicks that are very blue that live in Oklahoma. That should tell you a lot about them. They were talking about that couples who talk to each other in their streams or online don't have good marriages. I asked Papa Cat when I was leaving, I was like, does that mean we don't have a good marriage? Because I said, I can't talk to you anymore. I think when I do that, he just goes, it's okay. Inside of his head, he's like, oh my God, you're such a goofball. So, not on purpose. But I did say yesterday to Marilyn, because she is having a bad evening. It breaks my heart to watch her cry. It really does. That chat is therapy. I have to start remembering that. I should get it freaking tattooed on my arm. That chat is therapy. I still want cootie chat. Oh yes, thank cootie chat. I forgot. Duh. Oh yeah, don't forget Carrie Ann's members only book club. I don't know, sweetie. Because I know she's listening. I'll see how I feel. I mean, I am so peopled out. And I think it doesn't help that I'm not seeing any dogs, honestly. I haven't had a good pet in a week, maybe. And I'm sure if I said that to someone walking by here who's like from here, would probably go, oh, you missed Folsom Street. I know, I don't hear anything. They're being quiet and they're not even like moving them around. But there is absolutely no wind right now. It's still perfect, absolutely perfect earthquake weather. I don't think you get any more perfect than this. It's dead quiet, no wind, it's the temperature of your body. It's like, if it doesn't happen, we can't, us Californians can't talk about it anymore. Nothing happens today? Nah, the geologists are wrong. Yeah, but they can't open the door because there's no wind. You know, the ghosts, like, if you have asked me, my opinion, the ghosts like put their minds to it and try to get the door open, and once the door opens they can come in, but nope, if the door's not open they can't do anything. So tacky. Yes, Buzz. It is incredibly tacky, isn't it? Okay. Finally, I can turn you sideways on this. See, when I turn you sideways on this phone, I can see you. When you're up and down on that phone, the heart thingy gets in the way and I can't read it. Oh, I should have timed that. See how far back I am. So, it's one of those days. Actually, no. I just want it to be put where it belongs, I guess. I don't want the criers to cry anymore. I definitely want everybody to leave Natalie alone for a year, please. It will be so easy to make her hide. Hello, hi, how you doing? Because when you're grieving, it's really easy to convince yourself that if you just hide, it'll get better. So this isn't even about like her personality or anything. Just freaking be nice, people. Or don't be nice, or don't show up. Be quiet, either support or go away. Please, 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 please. It's heartbreaking to see someone. Is that a Scientology guy? I hope not, because those shoes are horrible. She wants to keep her life going, I guess. And it's just leave her alone. The minute a year comes up, fine. Go do what you guys want to do, but give her a year. Please. That's awesome, Twila Luna. Excuse me, ghost. Your gown is caught in the door. Have a nice day. Did you know that you were trying to get out? Are you on the other side trying to get back in, but something's holding you up? And as every woman knows, we've all had those days. We've all had those days. We're pulling on something, a coat or a dress or something, my hair once. And it's like, why can't I get my hair? And then you realize, oh, it's caught on something. It's like, yes. So we can all relate. Actually, goth boys could too, because their coats and their ruffles are usually just as much as ours. Yeah, where is he? Where's goth boy? So, let's see. Free the ghost. Yes, free the ghost. But there's not just one. And this place, there are a bunch of them. So, I'm sure they're not amused. The one thing, though, is I'm not physically tired today. That is nice. Yesterday sucked, except for the time I was here, because I was just beat like a dog, and then the sun goes down and I wake up, and I hate that. So, it's like, I'm not goth on purpose. My grandmother was a night owl. So when I was at her house, we were up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning constantly. So, which my mother hated, and I was like, well, fine, don't let me go over there. She's like, yeah, right. Because then she'd have to adjust me. I'd go there for the summers when I was little. Then she would have to adjust me for like a month to try to get me to stay in bed and at least try to pretend to sleep. So, what movie is that? Free the Ghost? What movie? What movie? We were talking about Airplane yesterday. So, hey, yeah, let's start with that one. Those who can't type, just yell it at the camera. What's your favorite movie? I could make comments about them. I was really good about movies until the brain fog. So probably 2012, maybe. I don't know. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Are you sitting in there making faces at me because it's cooler in there than it is out here? It should be, at least for today. I don't know about the ensuing days, but that's a stone building, and well, actually you have vaults on the bottom floor. Those vaults will probably stay cool for a few days. So, and I've heard it's more than one, it's vaults. So there are two there that you can use. And considering it was financial and a bank, those vaults are probably really freaking huge. God, I want to play lottery. I want to play lottery. The Abyss, love the Abyss. Color Purple, love the Color Purple. Capturing the Light, okay. But yeah, I want to win the lottery because they're so big nowadays. Couldn't you just picture me, and you know they'd sell it, just coming here outright and telling them, I'll buy this. I could make this into the coolest goth community center. And the vaults, oh my God. It was one of the things I was reading when I was looking up building codes, was that they had vaults in the basement. So what are we talking about? Who's Dorothy? Finding Forrester. Don't know that one. My favorite movie my whole life, or since it came out, it was Time Bandits. Just because it seemed to, I think I was actually maybe a couple of years older than the kid, and I thought it'd be so cool to hang out with a bunch of little people who knew how to go all over the universe. That, and Sean Connery is the fireman at the end. So, oh, and the Greek god guy, yeah. Now I don't know. I don't think I have an old person favorite movie. What's your favorite movie when you were a kid that's not now? No, he's not the main character in Time Bandits. He is, there are a lot of people in Time Bandits. It's everybody and their frickin' uncle. It was one of those UK type of movies. So, back in the day. No, he's a Greek, because they go through a couple of, they do Titanic, they do Roman Coliseum thing, they do, oh God, I can't remember. Because basically they take this kid with them where he stumbles in. I haven't seen it in so long. I have the one sheet for it too, and it's probably disintegrated by now. Black Beauty. Okay. What was mine? I actually have a dog tag with the numbers on it. It had Benji in it. Chevy Chase, Jane Seymour. Can't remember the name. But yeah, Chevy Chase dies and comes back as Benji. That should tell you enough right there. Actually, the other thing that should tell you is I was reading Hunter Thompson when I was 10. That's called just the Bay Area back then in 77. So, sorry, dead air. just sitting here reading you guys. See, I'm getting better. I feel better. It, unfortunately, I haven't crashed in a couple of days, which is good. So it means I'm taking care of my type 2. But how did I put it to Papa Cat? Was it, I'm having one of those days where it's like, I just freaking give up and I'm just going to go throw myself in a vat of sugar. And some kind of twisted way of unaliving myself. So, weird, I know, but hey. It's just so hard for someone who's compassionate, and It's not parasocial. See, they shouldn't have made this word like a bad word. It's not necessarily parasocial. It's like, I would be bummed if someone went away, but it would not break my heart. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm into them being on the wall sort of phase, you know, a fan thing because I appreciate what they do, but I don't necessarily want to be friends with them because they're never, I'm at the you don't want to be friends with your celebrities phase because they never are what you think they are. So that's why I said parasocial just cuts to the core and goes to the whack jobs. And it's like, no, it's like, it's just like being a fan and not even being a super fan. It's like, I get to use Taylor. It's like going to a Taylor Swift concert in one of her outfits. I saw this one in one of the shows or something. Was that they were wearing like one of her outfits when she was younger. It's like a satin skirt and a satin top, and her hair like had bows in it or something. It was like, it's like that. You don't necessarily want to meet the person, but it's fun hanging out with other people that have the same interest you do. So that's why it's not a family. It's a fan club, but it's not a fan club to one specific person. You're a fan of the person that you enjoy the most. So, the anti-Scientology fan club. Yeah, try Ricoing that one. I don't think they've ever busted a fan club. Let's not talk about what. Oh, a person that just pops around and a smiley face? No face. Celebrities are just people. Some are cool, some are assholes. Yeah. And the second gens were a little bit celebrity status. People working harder on it. I respect it. Didn't necessarily. With Papa Cat, when he has people that they really like him as DJ, blah, blah, blah. I call them DJ crushes. And so it's like, I guess YouTube crushes. They're not major. They shouldn't be put in a position to like and dislike people because we aren't that important in the rest of the world, and we have our own little world to be important in. I hope that doesn't upset anybody, but that's the way I sort of look at it. So when people are talking about us, the never ends, they're putting words in our mouths. Or as in one case with somebody who I totally respect, I'm not going to vague book it, fuck it, Serge sort of talks to me like I'm an idiot. That's what I get through TV. So I can support what's going on, and I don't have to watch the people that I don't want to. So, and then other people saying that their abuse should not carry into their adulthood. It's like, no, you go your own way. If you can't, that's great. If you do, that sucks. If it pops up and down, you're doing the best you can. So, especially telling people about their psychology is not really a good idea. So, thank you, no face. Yes, they still have toilet paper stuck to their door. Yeah, and the second gens are the ones that are out. So, you don't get over something like that. I read Jenna's book. You probably don't get over that forever. So, and yeah, with all of them, you know, being a family, no, it's like that's not necessarily a family you want to be involved in. And maybe other people are on here that are ex, but don't want to let people know because it's none of our business. If I say something, then it's your business. Because I've said it. I was the originator of it. If I get gossip from somebody else, then it's gossip, and it doesn't really mean anything except gossip. That's it. very much the club analogy. Everybody comes in, they all smile at each other when they come in, but some people know, get out before the witching hour, because that's when things get ugly. So it's like we reached a point right now where everybody's trying to be the one that's actively not being listened to. Nora said yesterday that, she didn't want to be a leader, and I was not going to say it, but you know what? She's making herself the de facto leader. This is how easy it is. I had unsubscribed, unjoined, I'm back in, I resubscribed, because she can say that she's wrong, which I think is a very good trait for a person, is being able to admit that you're wrong. So I'm back in again. But she is also giving out enough advice that she's going to become leader if she keeps it up. So, in my opinion, maybe not making it so personal when she's showing resources. That'll help, because distracting from herself while she's talking, turning the attention to what she's talking about, would probably be a good way to avoid being a higher up in this group. Unless she wants to, then we do. Hey, I have no problem. So, yeah, I know not many ex-scientists ever speak out. Yes, I can understand that too. So, yeah, no, I was mentioning it to the mods, because when Fuzz said we're going to Nora, I was like, holy crap, we are? But then I listened to her, and she started coming through well. I looked at something she did before when she apologized, and it was like, you know what, she can apologize for her misdeeds, misspeaks, whatevers, and that's pretty good. That's pretty hard to go, I was an idiot, or not even I was an idiot, I was wrong, and we're going to move on. I actually felt guilty about Sunday. It was like, I overreacted. You guys had fun with it, but after I went home, I felt bad. I hope I didn't freak out the teenager. That sort of thing. It's compassion sucks, basically. And I see Nora as a very compassionate person. She just happens to be still learning what the real world's about. And I don't think you ever stop if you spend half of your life in a ultra controlling atmosphere. That's not even just a cult. That could be your parents, your family. It's like you have to learn how to readjust to come back out in the real world again. And sometimes you don't. No matter what you do, you still will not let go of that one little piece. I have it. My little piece ranges from a little bitty end of a pizza to a whole pizza. I have my days. And unfortunately, Surge has triggered a lot of those things I didn't remember. So that's why I don't watch it. That's why I don't watch SVU. That's why I don't watch anything having to do with child abuse. Yes, I said it. Because for some reason, all of those memories want to come walking back. And I don't want them to. I don't want to dream about them. So, it's that sort of thing. You know what I mean? I'm fatigued. That could be the long COVID. What is that? Oh my god, it looks like little blue ice cubes. That's funny right there. And that's why it's like, I'm not a big fan of science fiction, but I was a big fan of Douglas Adams. And sometimes weirdly enough, that's what LRH reminds me of, because it's like, oh, we have science fiction, but it's more, looks like our science, our house. So, oh my god, hi Carrie Ann. You've missed my whole, explanation of things today. So, I don't know if I'll be there tonight. I'm beat mentally. Overload. Watched Marilyn last night. Watched Natalie today. too compassionate not to have it affect me just a little bit. I'm tired of all of us getting hurt. And I mean the people with compassion. I guess this would be, the only reason this is transparent is because I tell you that I don't let it happen. I'm in survival mode, which I spend most of my life in survival mode, so it's no big deal if I've done this right now. So, no amount of journey has changed that right now. I'm tired. At least there's a wind popping up. This is supposed to be the worst day this week. So, wow, I read that DOA is a fraud as Hi Karma Ann. It's like, is Carrie Ann my karma? See, I've talked to Carrie Ann before. I would consider her a friend. I was going to go see her this summer before my dad managed to, before my mother-in-law had a problem. Which is funny because she now has less of a problem than putting up with my, unfortunately, very constantly worried dad. But I had 2 seizures. I know what they're like, and it took me a year or 2 to get over them. So, thank you, No Face. Hugs to you. The what? Not just me noticing the tat hanging out of the door. Like when someone forgets to check when they visit the bathroom. Yeah, I have nothing to cover my fingerprints, so I'm not going to open the door to check to see if it's open. And there aren't enough people to clog a door in there. So I hope they listen to me, because it probably is illegal, and I wouldn't be surprised who lurks here and can tell other people other things. Yesterday the door it's open today too, so it's just there's no breeze. So that's the problem. There's not a breeze here, so it's not coming in through any of the vents. So I didn't really spill all the tea. I was just I didn't spill why Marilyn was upset. But, and this will probably be a little close than needs to be, but Marilyn is watching this, or somebody can tell Marilyn, cops have messiah complexes and do treat women like secretaries. I came across the beginning of the end of What Was Wrong by accident, and it was yeah, I grew up with cops, and I know things that aren't always just about cops are decent guys. No, cops want to save the world, especially his age. So they definitely have messiah complexes. I definitely think he was talking about her, because he freaked out when he mentioned it. And it's a shame, but he retired in the force, so I don't see how an attitude would change, and I'm all with Marilyn about being upset about it. So it'll be refreshing. Maybe I'll get Papa Cat to sit with me. I didn't read the book. I got it, but I didn't read it. I've been too busy eating popcorn. Don't ask. It takes a long time, and it's filling and metabolizes in my body really fast. So it's I can cheat and not cheat at the same time. So weird. You know, if I'd have known that a long time ago, I'd have probably been skinny my whole damn life. So yes, I have to go up there, Carrie Ann, so I can come and see Pop and Scotch. Can't leave him out. And was it the great God, his long-haired hot dogness. He hasn't been here. He's not here now. I think he got in trouble again. He was here. Well, I think he went away the first time because of when he parked his black Tesla right here. See where the gold stanchion is? Right there. And him and the person he was with came out. And they almost walked in the front door and then realized I was here. And then turned around. So I think he got in trouble for that, because then he disappeared for a week and a half, 2 weeks. And maybe the front license plate thing was a thing too. So yeah, I was going through the toll plaza yesterday and I realized, yep, that's why he had that other license plate on, because they only take pictures in the front, and that was the old license plate. So I don't understand. How's this for I don't understand? I don't understand why people leave their other country's license plates on. If I was this person, I'd take the license plate and put it up on my wall or something. But it's like, is it that important? I wouldn't think so. So that's just one of the things that's bugged me forever. It's like, oh, you wanted people to know that you got your Fiat in Italy, or you got your BMW in Munich, not Germany, Austria, you know, stuff like that. And it was like, wow, can't you like be a little bit more concerned about telling people where you've been? Especially nowadays. I mean, hell, I could go to Japan tomorrow if I want to. So I don't see his car. And you know the weird part is, usually if I park on this street, it's $9. I got the great parking space across the street for $7. I was like, oh my God, I'll learn how to walk hills for that. Winter, it'll start raining the minute I find a really good spot on the hill. That only cost me $7. Spoken like a true parking person. Why does it cost so much to like be here? Why can't I pay cash? No, yeah, nobody takes quarters anymore. And my dad gave me a roll of quarters when we moved here to Alameda. 3 years, still have them, or at least half of them. So, oh, Eddie Congress. Hello, Eddie Congress. So, yeah, you're the reason I'm walking up and down the street, to see if Cairo's here. The skaters don't come here. When I see skaters come here, I tell them what's going on, and they're like, wow. Usually about one in a pile of skaters that come by, because, you know, it's always going to visit something. One will know, and the other ones are like, really? And then I have to tell them about, you know, the thing that pisses me off the most is the fact that he rolled up his skateboard park overnight and then pretty much drove it away. It's like, and knowing that creep, he probably broke all the boards too, because they were, you know, it was wood. So it was probably a beautifully veneered wood, because it was inside a building, so it wasn't getting weathered. And then you see it as a pile. I don't know who got the film or the video of it. And he ghosted a couple of friends. So, and someone lost their work visa. So, man is truly a Scientology. In for me, screw you all. Yes, thank you for supporting me if you do. In my world, it's not to make money, it's just to break even. And that is because I have never done anything I was good at in my own eyes, and this is the first thing I think I'm good at ever. I know 57's late, but my mother was really good at telling me that I wasn't going to do something, or that it's okay. So, and yes, unfortunately, she was the biggest motivator or demotivator in my life. So I'm budgeting it in because, who was it? Somebody said it took 5 years to get monetized, and I was mad that I didn't get monetized for, what, 6 months? It's like, no, I'm putting back in perspective. So it'll be nice to work up a nice way to make something and be able to break even, but I'm budgeting it into my real world. And I'm unsubbing from people or unjoining people who I don't agree with, and I was only really member in their membership because I thought, you know, I thought it was something I should do as a never in to support the second gens. So that's why I think PR all the time isn't necessarily the people doing it. You also do it to yourself because you want to feel compassionate towards somebody or be involved in something that's nice, or something that's good. Like the GoFundMes. It's like you can either be anonymous or you can say your name. I do both. Sometimes I don't want anybody to know my name. So it's what you do. It's what is in your head on how to handle things. And yeah, I cheated because I've belonged to the same type of lifestyle for 30 years in San Francisco, with the Bay Area, which is pretty small. So I cheat. Oh, I forgot the freaks. I'm sorry. Let's see. Were any of those license plates from T-Gate or Target too? No! Even though I don't know what the other one was, it was an Audi, so that didn't look like Norwegian? Audi is Norwegian or Swedish. That didn't look like that. It looked more Russian. I wouldn't want to actually advertise a Cyrillic license plate nowadays, considering that the orange one is saying that, you know, oh yeah, that guy pissed me off last night watching highlights. It's like, everybody my age had to deal with the freaking Cold War. Oh, they pulled it in. With the freaking Cold War, thinking we were going to die any minute. I had 5 military bases around me that were all on the first round. So we used to make jokes about where we would die if we knew. I'd never make it to a grocery store for a bottle of champagne, but that's what I used to say. The world's going to end. I'm going to find a grocery store, get a bottle of champagne, get a martini glass, and just drink. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't even drink out of the bottle. But we lived with that growing up, and Freaktard is doing it again. It's like, let's instill that stupid-ass fear in children now. We only have one base now that would get the first round, but they've all learned. They called themselves on it and went, whoops, that's a really bad idea to decimate the earth, isn't it? Ah. Yes, desert dog. So we're seeing the dog pack, right? Let me see, where am I? Went to a new coffee shop this morning, ordered 6 coffees, slow as molasses, sat them on our counter, tried to hand them a $50 bill. Child looked horrified, said we don't take cash. I like to do it now just to mess with some of them. The first time the orange one was went into office, we got an Armageddon fund, which was a lot of 5s, a lot of 1s, a lot of 10s, and 20s. And ever since Biden came in, I've been working it down. I think all I have now is maybe $201 bills. So I pay the weirdest thing in $1 bills now. I have paid $15 with $1 bills, and then giving them a big tip because then they can't complain. Psychology at its twisted. So is that? That's not Cyrillic. Is that Greek? Or is it Cyrillic? It's possible. Okay, so they must be a MAGA. Because he's the only one talking, especially when he's sitting next to the president of the Ukraine about how much he loves Putin. So, oh, I wonder what this is about. They don't look homeless. I don't trust anybody anymore. Ukrainian. I never thought about that. Okay, then that's actually cool. But you have to know, don't you? Talk about, obscure things to know. It's like, there should be a little sign that says it's Ukrainian. I'm cool. That would be cute. Okay, it's just somebody looking at their phone. Whatever. Poor baby. You do cuddle him, don't you? The ring just popped in my head. Huh? See, those who know each other too well. I don't know the vagaries. Dogs are napping away. Of course they are. Sort of like the cats. They have their, they're built for weather. And so it's like, even with the air conditioner on, they're in the sun. My white cat, oh my God, I didn't know they weren't even supposed to be in the sun. They get sunburned. Lived in Fremont without lived 30 miles down without a air conditioner, and she was always being in the sun. How they avoid paying taxation in America with such license plates, not something a normal person would be happy to promote. I don't think it's a Scientology, because they don't like to attract attention like that. So they're still not into attention, because if they were, they'd be out here messing with me, but they don't. So they always have that look of complete shock when they open the door and find out I'm here. So, because I'm very good at being invisible, I guess. I rewound, it was a Waymo car. Okay, guys. Oh, remember, if anybody was here yesterday, they heard that Waymo was having issues yesterday. I actually was behind one today and didn't notice because they were driving down the middle of the street. So, I don't know how they are today. Because they definitely needed some kind of troubleshooting. It was weird. So I want to ride in one. I wonder if you could fix the atmosphere in the Waymo. I've got the app. I should look it up. Ring Girl Sus. Ring Girl. What did I miss? I'm like looking around going, what did I miss? And yeah, since all of this crap has been happening, I have not been picking up after myself. I have not been watching videos to learn things. It's like I get overwhelmed and go looking for a cat who doesn't want to have anything to do with me. My cats are not especially cuddly, poor babies. Our fault. We didn't... they showed up when my mom was going, and then we were moving, and so it's our fault completely why they're not. 7 days? Oh, okay. The Ring. Okay, I get it. I think I've only watched it once because that was a super creepy movie. Sorry. Oh my God. That was beyond creepy. That was like saying Bloody Mary in the mirror when you were a teenager. If Dusty was here, it'd be like talking about the White Witch and Niles Canyon Road. So, and if I saw it when it came out, we have them, I think, because of what's his name, the guy from The Princess Bride. So, but it's still the way they filmed it was like, if you ask me, like a modern film noir, which I love, but the subject was creepy. It just gave me blahs. Oh. Yeah, I just kept seeing her Converse though. Bloody Mary's here. You're here, Adam. Hello. The Grudge. No, I haven't seen The Grudge, I think. No, Papa Cat, have we seen The Grudge? He's gotten used to me. It took a little while, but he's gotten used to me. He used to get a little frustrated when I didn't remember things. And I teased him once and said, see, now you know how I feel. Because, you know, men ignore us. Yes, that was a generalization. I don't care. So, but lately it's been period pieces, lots of Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, the original one. Oh no, this and the BBC one. Emma. What else? Both versions of Emma. Jane Austen, not Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens is a twisted little monster. When I watch anything Charles Dickens, I just go, because Little Dorrit. I'm like, wow. He would have been great as a modern writer. So, okay, I don't think so. Scientology set up talent searches like diddly doodah. Okay. I'm sorry, Fuzz. She stopped watching horror movies after I saw Candyman. And this is what I even said. Oh my God, women, we live near our brains. Because I said, I'm going to go do my version of Candyman when I said I was going to go jump in a vat of sugar and just unalive myself that way. So. Oh, I know The Ring's a remake of a Japanese movie. That's decent. A lot of Japanese movies that get remade aren't, well, any movie that gets remade from its original language usually isn't exceptionally good. So it's like sometimes I just want to go back. I've seen the American version. I want to go back and watch the subtitled original version. But then if you, it just makes you bitch and moan a lot. So it's like I'd rather spend that time playing with my dragons and teasing my cats and seeing what the temperature is in the house. Oh yes, Papa Cat, I did not turn the air conditioner on the second floor. I was trying to tell him physics and he kept looking at me like, yeah, right, dear. I'm like, shut up. I've had 2 conversations with men who haven't listened to a dang word I said as many days. Man bashing is welcome at this juncture. Yes, and I think we should be able to man bash for probably the first year that she's in office. Oh yeah, I came up with like a really, like probably legitimate theory is that the orange one, they're going to have them like declared not competent, and then it'll go to JD, and then they'll say that JD is not competent, and then it'll go to the Speaker of the House, that right-wing mofo. So that will love Project 2025. So it's like that's what they're up to, because I just don't understand why they keep talking about him. So the world should be covered in Kamala right now, and this, as they call it, the sane washing. And yes, I get to be political. I've warned. Oh my God. Let's see. I wonder if they make candidates rub baby oil on their hands before using the can. Oh my God. That would show how much non-electricity is going through there, because it wouldn't do a damn thing to them. That is so funny. I wish there were inside Scientology pranksters, who are going to leave anyway or whatever, didn't want to do this, and I would love to see one of them put like baby oil on their hands to do an audit. Because yeah, there's probably negative electricity going through there and nothing would happen to them. So Scientology is Project 1952. Yes! Oh my God. When I first read that, the first time I came across that, I was like, what? And you really believe it? This is what this other planet is supposed to be. It looks exactly like here in Pleasantville. That's what made me think of immediately, was Pleasantville. Okay, so their world looks like our world in 1955. Well, the suburbs in 1955. And they all have DC-8s. And like I said, I looked it up. I don't know of any collector who has a DC-8. So, I just, because it was something that popped in my head and I'm like, am I talking BS? It's like, no, I've never seen a collector collect a DC-8. So it's the most unwanted plane, I guess. And, 75 million years and volcanoes then, but not now. It's like, so basically the these are the things that are going through my head. So the tectonic plates are just acne scars, you know, and all of the stuff that happens is just something we have to live through while they try to clear us. But we don't get clear. You find that out when you become clear. It's like, the way I found it out too was that the OT8 is clear and can fix things fine. I didn't realize that when you get clear, that they tell you you're not clear. So it's like, whoa, that sounds like the first big real like FU is like, oh no, you're not clear. You're clear of certain types, but there are other ones. And the reason they're here is because some guy with a big head, because I always think of the alien guy, you know, chick, just guy. Some guy with a big head came here, and even though he lives in a house, he looks like an alien, so he comes there and drops stuff off. And that's where David Mismanaged comes in, because he's Xenu's daddy. There's this whole weird thing in my head about this place. And your favorite color is clear. That's funny. Oh my God, yes. If Hubbard had taken over America, the capital would have been renamed Washington, D.C. 8. Thank you, Adam. So, yeah, no, that's what I should actually explain is, what is my latest version of Scientology? Because, yeah, and I should read The Way to Happiness. I have it at home. Papa Cat brought it into the house after I threw it at the back seat. So, yeah, it's like, I just learned to ignore evangelism because, you know, it happens and then they get busted and then it goes away, and then it happens and it gets busted and it goes away. It's like, this hasn't happened enough to get busted and go away lately. Wasn't the last time like 72 or something for fraud or something? Yes, check out Fuzz's comment on Brain Fog stream. My stream from Saturday. It is funny. So it's like, those things run through my head. It's just like, I should just say it. I used to tell stories during slumber parties because I was great at storytelling. And it's like, that's what I should just start doing. It's like, this is what I think they're doing today. You know, day in life of, look, we're walking around. He must have gotten in trouble. He's had to walk around the block. Eddie said I missed two on Sunday, that there was two women that kept walking around the block and one had a clipboard. Do you think it meant anything? And I'm like, no, sweetie. You should have let me know. It's not just getting your steps in. So, I think somebody's talking architecture over there, but no, I think we're talking architecture, except that guy I saw yesterday, the little guy with a very nice camera. And it's like, dude, I'd noticed the camera before I'd noticed anything else. So, because, you know, I'm a Leica fiend. So, it's like he's got a camera with a long lens on it, and I saw him yesterday. So I don't know why he'd be here 2 days in a row. Yeah, I actually started taking them seriously now, ever since that guy really was taking my picture. No, I don't think so. Desert Dog asked, did anybody figure out what that very angry gent was yelling in Spanish? He was probably just yelling about aliens, his aliens, not anybody else's. I am actually an alien to my oldest brother. That's how I know his schizophrenia came back. So, we're Austin HQ. I think I'm supposed to get that. Sciento Fan Fiction Hour. Yes, that's what we can do. Right. You're right, Nebulous. It was Sciento because he did walk funny. And it's not a funny walk that you see. There is something to that walk. I guess I'm just getting used to it. Oh my God. Adam took his niacin and we're being bad people for not taking ours. It's like, yeah, the fan fiction hour thing is just hilarious because It doesn't matter if I yell at them right now. I'm not wasting my voice on them. Me just existing here drives them crazy, because yes, I do keep people from walking in if I can help it, if it's not kids on a scavenger hunt. So it's like, I'm not in the mood to get one of them out of there right now. They're all too busy being self-righteous and thinking they're winning over the chick that's standing, you know, in front. So whatever. You want to think that? That's good. But what are the blue vests for, people? What are the blue vests for? They don't change. They don't come here and put on a gold one. Gold and blue vests do not mean the same. The people who are wearing the gold vests are the really pretty ones. And that goes for men too. The really pretty people. The perfect people, more or less, quote unquote. In my opinion. Oh my God, Adam. Ugh. Stories about disconnection is fan fiction. Thank you. I need these stupid jokes. I really do. That's why it's like, is it sitting, no face, Papa Cat. Nebulous has come up with some good ones. Adam's coming up with good ones. It's just like, it should be Club Brain Fog Dad Joke Month or something. Pick certain months to do certain things. Oh, but yeah, it's like, yeah, my channel's changing, but it's just changing to where I'm not screaming at them about getting jobs right now because I'm mad at them. So it's like, come and hang out, tell goofy dad jokes, let me talk about what's in the neighborhood, because there are new restaurants opening in the neighborhood. So yes, I know. And yes, it is scoreless today. That sucks. So feel like Adam and Papa Cat were destined to meet. Yes, Fuzz, I think so too. Paralyzed. Yes, I know. I've seen one of the things they were talking about, which was a positive thing about the mess. So that, you know, we are actually worth being here, because somewhere along the line in Nora's stream, it made it sound like we didn't need to be here anymore. And she said, no, we are. And she even reiterated it, so it got posted again and said, no, we are. So that helped. It's just that the way I am right now, it was like, everybody's talking about the never ends being ignored and stuff. It's like, I expect that, but don't pretend we don't exist. That's the only thing. I expect us to be on the lower echelon. I get it. It's just the way we are right now in the little channels even. I get it. But don't pretend that we're something that the dog left in the grass. So, you know, just even a sideline of, we're glad the never ends are doing what they are. Great. Because, yeah, it was turning sort of snobby that it was, why are the never ends even here? Because we're trying to help because I've got fucking Jonestown. How about that? Yes, I'm sure we do. I'm sure all three of us do, Adam. So, yeah, and my worst month is coming up November. November is the worst month. You might see a good protest from that one. Jonestown, White Night, God, there's something else in there too. I forgot. Too bad. I'm glad I forgot it. So I'm sure there won't be any heavy duty protesting probably for three more years. 87, 88. No, I mean 77, 78. But people are getting older and people are starting to talk a lot more. So I wouldn't be surprised if, especially with a cult, Jesus, Jonestown, we should find out and have a real protest in front of the cults. So, you know, something like that. So, because it moves into discrimination, which is not what it's about. What moves in? Oh, maybe Sea Org is gold and the org color is blue? No, they're a gold org. They were gold before the blue guys showed up. What's not what it's about, Nebulous? Yeah, I definitely don't truck with discrimination. Lord knows I'm a million different things. I could be easily discriminated against on so many different levels. But no, I think it's probably one of the Sea Org systems, class systems or something, that the blues are maybe they're traveling pretty people to make the org look better. So that sort of thing. Oh, never ends versus ends is like discrimination. The thing is also, if it ever got to the way where the second gens really didn't want us around, we could start our own stuff. So, it would just take some, figuring things out. And the only people who want us to be a gang is LA. So, hell, there are movies and books about the corruption in LA since God knows when. That's why I started reading Joseph Wambaugh, because he talked about his own life in the PD when he was a cop. So it's like LA is a completely different world altogether. So I don't think, hell, even getting a RICO, a gang blah blah about them would have been hard, because some people didn't live there and some people had proven to be on other channels that didn't know each other before this. So that sort of thing. So I have no problem with being a social club or a fun club or whatever, because it's very unlikely to become a gang, because we don't hurl insults at them anymore and don't actively, aggressively mess with them. So, or I don't, and the people I know don't. So it can't be a street gang, a bad street gang. Oh God, yes, Chicago, go figure. I'm sorry, I forgot about Chicago. Isn't that the Valentine's Day massacre? Yeah, Chicago. See, yeah, and then it's people who are peripherally just floating around. People from Chicago. We have the club here, and the people from Chicago come and see, and they're not affiliated with us, and they're back east. There's a million and one ways to figure out all of this without getting defensive and aggressive. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, I know people who don't like us, people who are not aggressive and getting into people's face, and it's just not my thing. And I've been doing this long enough to say I am a protester when it's needed. So, really? No, Adam, that's gotta be gossip. God, is he even still alive? Adam wrote, Frank Serpico reached out to Streets. That would be amazing. If it is, I hope he's of sound mind. Scientology lawyer uses the word gang in Danny's court case today. Of course he did. It's LA. I have nothing to do with LA. I don't even think I'm a member of anybody in LA except for Streets and Jessica. And maybe Chris. That's it. It's like, so whatever gang they wanted it to be there, it's gone. So they ate that LA ate its tail a long time ago. So that is cool. So I think they just want to get back to the firehouse. They don't look like they're really speeding much. They should have waved at him. Let's see if it goes straight or turns. If it turns, it's going back to the firehouse. Yep. Hey, I think they can occasionally, pretend. So, yeah, and as a Northern Californian, LA, ugh. Let's see, who's Superco? There's a whole movie about him. You should look it up. He was a New York cop who uncovered corruption, if I remember right. Yeah, he tried to stay clean. Of course, you know, if I remember right, he winds up in a bad space and goes in FBI or something. Relocation program. So the Jinx Press post on X of Chicago board opening speaker is running for Cook County State Attorney. The Jinx Press post on X of Chicago. Who is X? And that is a cruise ship. Found that out the other day. That noise is not worried about another boat running into each other. It's a cruise ship being funky. Because we have the super duper cruise ships now. Yeah, there's a book too. Oh. It is so hard. It's like everybody says they don't want to get involved in politics, but right now it's actually a little important considering what they want, considering Project 2025. Haven't read it, would like to get my paws on it, but I don't think I could read it very fast without throwing whatever piece of technology I have across the room that it's on. So, now I know what the suffragettes felt like. Now I know what the 70s women who burned their bras felt like. Now I know what The Handmaid's Tale is about. I read the book, didn't see the movie. Isn't she a Scientology? So, been watching the real documentaries on the Amish, the real documentaries on LDS, the what's his name guy, and it's like, how have women been convinced to belong to those things? I guess it's just been, you know what, if you just beat down a gender long enough, they start accepting it again. It's like, no. So just the fact that they don't want women to work is enough to cause enough stress for DV in the house, because you can't do one working person and 5 children. So thank you for calling it Twitter. A friend of mine worked there at the beginning. I still can't understand what X is. Not good. Not good. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm not tired again. So, do we have anybody? And yes, I stay on sptv.space because it's a great place for resources. So, and finding out people to watch and stuff. It's like, even if you don't want to agree with it, maybe you should post your live there so people can understand and find out more. So, I don't go on Twitter. I can't. I just want to scream when I go on Twitter. I have talked to my friend who works there and see what he does. He probably does go on it. So, do we have anybody we can go to, Fuzz? So, one day there will be a moose and squirrel there. Yes, hugs to everybody. Put up likes. Subscribe. Become a member if you want. Thank you, DOA the Fraud. You have a good day too. So, let's see. Did you get someone? The Journey 2020. Okay. Always try someone new that I've never heard about. It doesn't hurt. Have a great day, everybody. I'm going to go get Papa Cat a cookie and then go home and go, what are we having for dinner? I will talk to you all tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.